The next word is boost. Boost means to increase or improve something, or to give it a push. The new advertisement helped boost sales for the company. This means the advertisement increased the company's sales. She took a vitamin to boost her energy. This means she took a supplement to improve her energy levels. The coach gave a speech to boost the team's morale. This means the coach gave a talk to improve the team's spirit and confidence. The next phrase is bored, frightened, scared, etc. to death. Bored, frightened, scared to death means feeling extremely bored, frightened, or scared. The horror movie scared me to death. This means the movie made me feel very scared. She was so bored at the party, she was bored to death. This means she felt extremely bored at the party. The loud noise frightened him to death. This means the loud sound made him feel very frightened. The next phrase is bored stiff. Bored stiff means to be extremely bored. I was bored stiff during the long meeting. This means I felt very bored during the meeting that lasted a long time. The kids were bored stiff on the rainy afternoon. This means the children felt very bored because they couldn't play outside. She was bored stiff while waiting for her appointment. This means she felt extremely bored as she waited. The next phrase is scared stiff. Scared stiff means to be extremely frightened or terrified. The sudden noise scared me stiff. This means the loud noise made me feel very frightened. He was scared stiff when he saw the ghost. This means he was extremely frightened when he saw something scary. The thought of speaking in public scared her stiff. This means the idea of speaking in front of a crowd terrified her. The next phrase is worried stiff. Worried stiff means to be extremely worried or anxious. I was worried stiff when my dog ran away. This means I was very anxious and concerned when my dog disappeared. She was worried stiff about the exam results. This means she felt extremely anxious about the results of her exam. He was worried stiff about his friend's health. This means he was very worried about his friend's condition. The next word is bossy. Bossy means someone who likes to tell others what to do in a way that is not pleasant. She's so bossy, always telling everyone what to do. This means she likes giving orders to others in an unpleasant way. The bossy child told the others how to play the game. This means the child gave instructions to others in a controlling manner. He doesn't like being around bossy people. This means he doesn't enjoy being with people who try to control others. The next word is bothered. Bothered means feeling upset, annoyed, or troubled by something. She was bothered by the loud noise outside her window. This means the noise made her feel annoyed or disturbed. He seemed bothered by the criticism he received. This means he felt upset or troubled by the negative feedback. I'm not bothered by the rain. I like it. This means the rain doesn't annoy or trouble me. I actually enjoy it. The next word is bounce. Bounce means to move up and down or to spring back after hitting something. The ball bounced across the floor after I kicked it. This means the ball moved up and down and went across the floor after I kicked it. She watched the kids bounce on the trampoline. This means she saw the children jumping up and down on the trampoline. The car bounced over the bumps in the road. This means the car moved up and down because of the uneven road surface. The next phrase is bounce along. Bounce along means to move or travel with a light bouncing motion. The car bounced along the rough dirt road. This means the car moved with a bouncy motion because the road was rough. They bounced along happily during their road trip. This means they traveled with a bouncy and joyful movement during their trip. The bus bounced along the old street, causing a lot of noise. This means the bus moved with a bouncy motion along a street that wasn't smooth. The next phrase is bounce around. Bounce around means to move or travel in different directions, often in an uncontrolled way. The papers bounced around in the wind. This means the papers were blowing and moving in different directions due to the wind. She bounced around from one job to another. This means she changed jobs frequently without staying in one place for long. The children bounced around the playground, playing everywhere. This means the children moved in different directions while playing on the playground. The next phrase is bounce into. Bounce into means to meet or run into someone unexpectedly. I bounced into an old friend at the grocery store. This means I unexpectedly met an old friend at the store. He bounced into me while I was walking down the street. This means he accidentally ran into me while walking. We might bounce into each other at the party later. This means we may unexpectedly meet at the party. The next word is bow. Bow means to bend your head or body forward as a sign of respect or greeting. She bowed to the audience after her performance. This means she bent her body forward as a sign of respect after performing. He bowed deeply to show his gratitude. This means he bent forward as a sign of thanks. The actor bowed after receiving the award. This means the actor bent forward to show appreciation after winning the award. The next word is bra. Bra is a piece of clothing worn by women to support their breasts. She wore a comfortable bra during the workout. This means she wore a supportive undergarment while exercising. I need to buy a new bra for the summer. This means I need to get a new piece of clothing to wear under my clothes for the warmer season. She adjusted her bra strap before leaving the house. This means she fixed her undergarment strap before going out. The next word is bracket. Bracket means a symbol used to group things together or a support for holding something in place. The books were placed on a shelf with brackets for support. This means the shelf was supported by brackets to hold the books. The teacher explained the rules in brackets in the text. This means the teacher used brackets to group information or clarify the rules. You need to check the brackets in the math equation to get the right answer. This means you should pay attention to the symbols used to group parts of the equation in math. The next word is brand. Brand means a name, symbol, or trademark that identifies a product or company. Apple is a popular brand known for its phones and computers. This means Apple is a well-known company with a strong reputation for its technology products. She wore a brand new dress to the party. This means she wore a dress that was from a well-known fashion label. The brand's logo was on the front of the shirt. This means the company's symbol or trademark was printed on the shirt. The next word is bravery. Bravery means the quality of being courageous and facing danger or challenges without fear. The soldier showed bravery when he rescued his teammate. This means the soldier acted courageously by saving his friend during a dangerous situation. Her bravery helped save the child from the fire. This means she acted courageously to rescue the child from a burning building. He was honored for his bravery during the rescue operation. This means he was given praise for his courageous actions while helping others. The next phrase is break a record. Break a record means to do something better than anyone else has done before, usually in sports or achievements. He broke the world record for the 100-meter sprint. This means he ran faster than anyone ever has in the 100-meter race. She broke the school record for the highest score in math. This means she achieved the best score in math ever in her school. The team hopes to break the record for the most goals in a season. This means the team wants to score more goals than any other team in a season. The next phrase is break an agreement, promise, etc. Break an agreement, promise means to fail to do what you promised or agreed to. She broke her promise to help me with the project. This means she did not do what she promised to do for the project. He broke the agreement by not attending the meeting. This means he failed to follow the terms of the agreement by missing the meeting. They decided to break their contract with the supplier. This means they chose not to follow the terms of the contract with the supplier. The next phrase is break off something or break something off. Break off means to separate or end something suddenly. They decided to break off their relationship after many arguments. This means they ended their relationship unexpectedly after a lot of fighting. He broke off a piece of chocolate and gave it to her. This means he separated a small part of the chocolate and handed it to her. The company broke off negotiations with the partner. This means the company suddenly ended talks with the business partner. The next phrase is break out. Break out means to start suddenly, often used for something like a disease, fire, or conflict. A fire broke out in the building last night. This means a fire started suddenly in the building. A rash started to break out on his skin. This means the rash appeared suddenly on his skin. The war broke out after months of tension. This means the war started suddenly after a period of increasing stress. The next phrase is break somebody's heart. Break somebody's heart means to make someone feel very sad or disappointed, usually in a relationship. She broke his heart when she moved away. This means he felt very sad and disappointed when she left. The news of his failure broke his heart. This means he felt extremely sad and upset when he heard about his failure. He didn't want to break her heart by telling her the truth. This means he didn't want to make her feel deeply sad or hurt by revealing the truth. The next phrase is break the ice. Break the ice means to do or say something to make people feel more comfortable, especially when meeting for the first time. He told a funny joke to break the ice at the party. This means he used humor to make people feel relaxed and start talking. The team played a quick game to break the ice before the meeting. This means they played a game to help everyone feel more comfortable before starting the meeting. She tried to break the ice by introducing herself to everyone. This means she made an effort to start conversations and make others feel at ease. The next phrase is break the law. Break the law means to do something illegal against the rules or regulations. He was arrested for breaking the law by speeding. This means he was caught because he was driving faster than the legal speed limit. She broke the law by shoplifting from the store. This means she stole something from the store, which is illegal. Breaking the law can lead to serious consequences. This means doing illegal actions can result in punishment or other problems. The next phrase is break through something. Breakthrough means to make an important discovery or overcome an obstacle. She made a breakthrough in her research on cancer treatment. This means she discovered something important that could help treat cancer. The team finally broke through the tough defenses in the game. This means they succeeded in overcoming a strong obstacle during the game. The artist's new style broke through the traditional boundaries of painting. This means the artist created something new and different that changed the usual approach to painting. The next word is breakable. Breakable means something that can be broken or damaged easily. The glass vase is very breakable, so handle it carefully. This means the vase can be broken easily, so it should be treated gently. I dropped a breakable plate and it shattered. This means the plate was fragile and it broke into pieces when it hit the ground. These toys are not breakable. They are made from strong plastic. This means the toys cannot be easily broken because they are made from durable material. The next word is breakdown. Breakdown means a failure or collapse, often of a machine, system, or mental state. His car had a breakdown on the highway. This means his car stopped working or broke down while driving. She had an emotional breakdown after hearing the bad news. This means she became overwhelmed and couldn't control her emotions. The company had a breakdown in communication during the project. This means the company's communication system failed or wasn't working properly during the project. The next word is breakthrough. Breakthrough means a significant discovery or achievement that helps to overcome a difficult problem. The scientist made a breakthrough in finding a cure for the disease. This means the scientist discovered something important that could help treat the disease. The team's breakthrough allowed them to win the competition. This means they achieved something important that helped them succeed in the competition. The new technology is considered a breakthrough in renewable energy. This means the new technology is an important development that can greatly improve renewable energy. The next word is breathtaking. Breathtaking means something so amazing or beautiful that it takes your breath away. The view from the top of the mountain was breathtaking. This means the view was so beautiful that it amazed me. Her performance was absolutely breathtaking. This means her performance was so impressive that it left everyone amazed. The sunset over the ocean was breathtaking. This means the sunset was so beautiful and amazing that it left me in awe. The next word is breed. Breed means a type or variety of animal or plant, or the act of producing offspring. The dog breed is known for being friendly and loyal. This means the type of dog is recognized for its good nature. They decided to breed horses for racing. This means they made horses have babies in order to create race horses. Different breeds of cats can have very different personalities. This means cats of different types can show various temperaments. The next word is brick. Brick is a rectangular block made of clay or other materials used in building walls and buildings. The house was made of red bricks. This means the house was constructed using rectangular clay blocks. They used bricks to build the strong foundation. This means they used these blocks to create the base of the building. The old building had cracked bricks that needed replacing. This means the building had damaged blocks that required fixing or changing. The next word is brightly. Brightly means in a way that produces a lot of light or in a vivid, lively, or cheerful manner. The sun shone brightly in the sky. This means the sun produced a lot of light and was very clear in the sky. The flowers in the garden were brightly colored. This means the flowers had vivid and lively colors. She smiled brightly when she saw the surprise gift. This means she smiled in a very happy and cheerful way. The next word is brilliantly. Brilliantly means in a very clever or impressive way, or with great skill or success. He solved the puzzle brilliantly in just a few minutes. This means he solved the puzzle in an extremely clever and quick way. The actor performed brilliantly in the lead role. This means the actor performed in an outstanding and impressive way. She presented the idea brilliantly during the meeting. This means she shared the idea in a very smart and impressive way. The next phrase is bring out something or bring something out. Bring out means to make something more noticeable or to introduce something. The movie really brought out the beauty of the city. This means the movie made the beauty of the city more noticeable and clear. Her makeup brought out her natural features. This means her makeup made her natural features look more prominent. The new product really brings out the best in the brand. This means the new product shows the best qualities of the brand. The next phrase is bring up something or bring something up. Bring up means to mention or start talking about something. She brought up a new topic during the meeting. This means she started talking about a new subject in the meeting. He didn't want to bring up the issue of money. This means he didn't want to talk about the problem related to money. They brought up the subject of travel during dinner. This means they started discussing travel while eating. The next word is broadband. Broadband means a high-speed internet connection that can carry a large amount of data. We need a broadband connection for faster internet at home. This means we require a high-speed internet connection to use the internet more quickly. The company offers a range of broadband plans for customers. This means the company provides different options for high-speed internet services. Broadband is essential for streaming videos and online gaming. This means a high-speed internet connection is necessary for watching videos and playing games online. The next word is broadcast. Broadcast means to transmit a program or signal to many people, usually on TV, radio, or the internet. The news is broadcast every hour on the radio. This means the news is transmitted to people every hour through radio. They will broadcast the football match live tomorrow. This means they will show the football match on TV or the internet in real time. The radio station broadcasts music all day long. This means the radio station plays music for people to listen to all day. The next word is brother-in-law. Brother-in-law means the husband of your sister or the brother of your spouse. My brother-in-law is visiting us for the weekend. This means the man who is married to my sister is coming to visit. She has two brothers-in-law, one from her husband's side and one from her sister's side. This means she has two men who are married to her family members. I get along well with my brother-in-law. This means I have a good relationship with my sister's husband or my spouse's brother. The next word is browse. Browse means to look through or search, usually in a casual way. I like to browse online stores for new clothes. This means I enjoy looking through websites to find new clothes. She browsed through the magazine to find an interesting article. This means she looked through the magazine casually to find something she liked. He was browsing the internet when I called him. This means he was casually looking at websites when I called him. The next word is browser. Browser means a program on a computer or phone that allows you to view websites on the internet. I use Google Chrome as my web browser. This means I use a specific program called Google Chrome to view websites. The browser crashed while I was working on the document. This means the program stopped working unexpectedly when I was using it. You need to update your browser for better performance. This means you should install the latest version of the program for improved functionality. The next word is bruise. Bruise means a mark on the skin caused by a bump or injury, usually turning blue or purple. He has a bruise on his arm from falling off his bike. This means he got a mark on his arm after an injury from falling. She noticed a bruise on her leg after the game. This means she saw a mark on her leg after playing sports. The bruise on his face started to heal after a few days. This means the injury on his face began to improve and fade away after some time. The next word is budget. Budget means a plan for how much money to spend or save over a certain period of time. They created a budget to manage their expenses for the month. This means they made a plan to control how they will spend their money during the month. Our budget for the vacation is $2,000. This means we plan to spend no more than $2,000 on our holiday. The company needs to stick to the budget to avoid overspending. This means the company must follow the plan to prevent spending more money than planned. The next word is bulb. Bulb means a round object that produces light, usually found in lamps or other devices. The light bulb in the living room needs to be replaced. This means the object that produces light in the room is no longer working and should be changed. He planted flower bulbs in the garden last fall. This means he put round objects which will grow into flowers into the ground in autumn. The bulb of the lamp was very bright. This means the light-producing object in the lamp shone with a lot of light. The next word is bullet. Bullet means a small metal object that is shot from a gun. The police found a bullet at the crime scene. This means they discovered a small metal object that had been fired from a gun. The soldier loaded his gun with bullets. This means the soldier put small metal objects into his weapon for shooting. He was injured by a bullet during the war. This means he was hurt by a metal object shot from a gun. The next word is bump. Bump means to hit something or someone with a slight force, usually causing a small impact. She accidentally bumped into the door while walking. This means she lightly hit the door while moving. The car bumped into the parked truck. This means the car hit the truck with a small impact. I felt a bump on my head after I tripped. This means I felt a small raised area on my head from hitting it. The next phrase is bump against something. Bump against means to accidentally hit or collide lightly with something. He bumped against the table while walking through the room. This means he hit the table by accident as he walked. The car bumped against the sidewalk as it parked. This means the car lightly hit the edge of the sidewalk while parking. She bumped against the wall when trying to pass through the narrow space. This means she accidentally hit the wall while moving through a tight area. The next phrase is bump into something. Bump into means to meet or collide with something unexpectedly. I bumped into an old friend at the store. This means I met someone by chance while shopping. She bumped into a chair while trying to get through the crowd. This means she accidentally hit a chair while moving through a crowded space. We bumped into each other on the street after years of not seeing one another. This means we met unexpectedly while walking down the street after a long time. The next word is bumper. Bumper means a part of a vehicle designed to protect it from impact, usually at the front or back. The car's bumper was damaged in the accident. This means the part of the car designed to prevent damage was harmed in the crash. He fixed the bumper after it was scratched by another car. This means he repaired the protective part of the car after it was marked by another vehicle. The bumper of the truck was large and strong. This means the protective part of the truck was big and tough. The next word is bun. Bun means a small, round piece of bread, often used for sandwiches or burgers. She ate a bun with her soup for lunch. This means she had a small, round bread roll along with her soup. They served the burgers with soft buns. This means the burgers were placed in soft, round bread rolls. I made fresh buns for breakfast this morning. This means I baked small, round pieces of bread to eat in the morning. The next word is burglar. Burglar means a person who illegally enters a building to steal things. The burglar broke into the house last night. This means the person entered the house without permission to steal. The police arrested the burglar who stole the jewelry. This means the police caught the person who took the jewelry from the house. The burglar wore a mask to hide his face. This means the thief wore something over his face to prevent being recognized. The next word is burglary. Burglary means the illegal act of entering a building with the intention of stealing. He was arrested for burglary after breaking into a store. This means he was caught for stealing from a store after entering it illegally. The police are investigating a burglary at the bank. This means the police are looking into the crime of someone entering the bank to steal. Burglary is a serious crime that can lead to prison time. This means entering a building illegally to steal is a crime that can result in being sent to prison. The next word is burgle. Burgle means to illegally enter a building to steal things. The thief tried to burgle the house while the family was on vacation. This means the thief attempted to break into the house and steal things when the family was not home. He was caught when he tried to burgle the shop at night. This means he was caught trying to steal from the shop during the nighttime. They planned to burgle the mansion, but the police arrived too soon. This means they intended to steal from the mansion, but the police came before they could do it. The next phrase is burn down something or burn something down. Burn down means to destroy something by setting it on fire. The old house burned down in the fire last night. This means the house was completely destroyed by fire last night. They had to burn down the abandoned building because it was dangerous. This means they set fire to the building to destroy it because it was unsafe. The forest was at risk of burning down due to the dry weather. This means there was a danger that the forest would be completely destroyed by fire because of the hot conditions. The next phrase is burn out. Burnout means to become exhausted or lose energy, especially from too much work or stress. She burned out after working long hours every day. This means she became very tired and overwhelmed from working too much. The constant pressure at work caused him to burn out. This means the stress at his job made him very tired and unable to continue working. If you don't take breaks, you might burn out. This means without resting, you may become extremely tired and unable to continue. The next phrase is burn up something or burn something up. Burn up means to destroy something completely by fire or to use something quickly. The fire burned up all the wood in the fireplace. This means the fire completely consumed the wood in the fireplace. He burned up the old papers to get rid of them. This means he set the papers on fire to destroy them. The engine burned up a lot of fuel during the race. This means the engine used a large amount of fuel very quickly while racing. The next word is burst. Burst means to break open suddenly and violently, or to be filled with something. The balloon burst when it touched the sharp object. This means the balloon broke suddenly because it came in contact with something sharp. He burst into laughter when he heard the joke. This means he started laughing suddenly and loudly when he heard the joke. The dam could burst if the water level rises too high. This means the dam might break suddenly and violently if the water becomes too high. The next phrase is burst into something. Burst into means to suddenly start doing something, often in a strong or dramatic way. She burst into tears when she heard the sad news. This means she suddenly started crying loudly when she heard the news. The crowd burst into applause after the performance. This means the audience suddenly started clapping loudly after the performance. He burst into the room, excited to share his good news. This means he suddenly entered the room with excitement to tell everyone his news. The next phrase is burst out. Burst out means to suddenly start doing something, especially in an emotional or dramatic way. She burst out laughing when she heard the joke. This means she suddenly started laughing loudly after hearing the joke. He burst out in anger when he found out the truth. This means he suddenly became very angry when he learned what happened. The children burst out singing as soon as the music played. This means the children suddenly started singing loudly when the music started. The next word is bush. Bush means a plant with many branches and leaves, typically smaller than a tree. The rabbits hid in the bush to avoid being seen. This means the rabbits went inside the plant with many leaves to stay hidden. He trimmed the bushes around the house. This means he cut the plants with many branches that were growing near the house. They saw a bird sitting on a bush outside their window. This means they saw a bird resting on a plant with branches outside the window. The next phrase is by far. By far means to a great extent or degree, usually used to emphasize something. This is by far the best movie I've seen this. This means this is the best movie I've seen more than any other movie this year. She is by far the most talented player on the team. This means she is the most talented player, much more than anyone else on the team. By far, the hardest part of the project is completing the research. This means the most difficult part of the project, more than anything else, is doing the research. The next phrase is by heart. By heart means to know something completely and perfectly, especially without looking at any notes. She knows the poem by heart and can recite it anytime. This means she remembers the poem perfectly and can say it from memory. He learned the song by heart after listening to it many times. This means he remembered the song completely after hearing it repeatedly. I know the recipe by heart, so I don't need the instructions. This means I have memorized the recipe and don't need to look at it. The next phrase is by in contrast. By in contrast means to show the difference between two things, usually to highlight how they are very different. By contrast, her brother is very quiet and calm. This means, compared to her, her brother is much more quiet and calm. The two teams are very different. In contrast, one is very experienced and the other is new. This means, compared to one team, the other is much less experienced. By contrast, the movie was much better than the book. This means, when comparing the movie to the book, the movie was much better. The next word is cabinet. Cabinet means a piece of furniture with shelves or drawers used for storing things. She keeps all the dishes in the kitchen cabinet. This means she stores the dishes in the furniture with shelves in the kitchen. The doctor opened the cabinet to take out the medicine. This means the doctor opened the piece of furniture with shelves or drawers to get the medicine. He put the important documents in the filing cabinet for safekeeping. This means he stored the important papers in the cabinet designed for filing. The next word is calculate. Calculate means to find out an answer or result by using numbers or a process of reasoning. He calculated the total cost of the groceries before paying. This means he worked out how much the groceries cost in total by using numbers. She had to calculate the time it would take to finish the project. This means she figured out how long the project would take by using numbers or reasoning. We need to calculate the amount of paint needed for the walls. This means we need to work out how much paint we will need by measuring or estimating. The next word is calculation. Calculation means the process of using numbers or mathematical methods to find an answer or solve a problem. The engineer made a calculation to determine the size of the building's foundation. This means the engineer used math to figure out the correct size for the foundation. She did a quick calculation to check if she had enough money. This means she used numbers to figure out if her money was enough. The calculations for the new project were very complex. This means the mathematical work needed for the project was complicated. The next phrase is call back. Call back means to return a phone call to someone who has contacted you. I missed your call, but I'll call you back later. This means I didn't answer your phone call, but I will return your call soon. She asked me to call her back once I had more information. This means she wants me to return her call after I gather more details. The customer service team will call you back tomorrow. This means the customer service team will return your call the next day. The next phrase is call in. Call in means to contact someone, usually by phone or to attend a meeting or event. He called in to let the office know he would be late. This means he contacted the office by phone to inform them that he would be delayed. She called in sick and stayed home from work. This means she contacted her workplace to inform them she was not feeling well and would not come to work. The experts will call in during the meeting to give their advice. This means the experts will join the meeting, usually by phone or video call, to share their opinions.